him. Amen. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Joint effort.
Yeah, with JR and Hayden.
With Hayden and JR.
Yeah.
And Rivers. We have Rivers.
Today we have a guy named Rivers. That's his real name.
That's not fake. I know it sounds like it.
It's plural, even though he's one person. It doesn't fucking make any sense, does it? Anyways,
yeah.
This is Rivers. He almost has a PhD. He works with us right now. Really smart dude, actually. So we're gonna ask.
Give us a little background on you, Rivers.
What's up with Rivers?
Former Army veteran. I served 4 years in the military. Deployed to Afghanistan. Have a degree in history with the University of Central Oklahoma, and I am currently going to be starting grad school here in a couple months.
Nice.
At OU for the History of Science program. Thank you. Appreciate the applause.
That is.
Yeah, smart
that's
people
awesome,
shit.
Yeah, smart people shit for sure. So what do you want to do with that? Like, do you want to be a professor?
Oh, yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So you have a pretty broad knowledge of a lot of things.
Okay.
At work, we'll ask you stupid questions and you'll answer it and try to make sense of it.
Okay.
So we're trying a new format, obviously.
Yeah.
Trying to make the videos more entertaining. I thought of the idea, and we thought of some ideas together. Because Rivers is probably
he's probably the smartest guy I know.
He's one of the smartest guys I know.
I would say probably the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 3 at least.
At least top 3.
But
unless
he's
top
still wrong a lot.
Yeah,
so
he's still got a lot of features that he's wrong at.
Yeah. But anyway, so Rivers, we thought of 3 questions that we.
Well, there's a lot of more.
Yeah,
questions.
there's going to be more questions, but there's 3 main topics, right?
Yeah,
3 main topics that we want to kind of go into and see what your answers are, because you've answered one of them for us before.
Yeah.
But anyways, so the first one is why doesn't Wi-Fi hurt us?
Yeah, what the fuck is Wi-Fi?
Okay.
Yeah. What the fuck is Wi-Fi, first of all?
So
we all use Wi-Fi every day, but do you fucking know what it is?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Do you know what it is?
Yes.
He does.
I know what it is.
You don't.
No, I don't.
It's just in the...
So there's a lot of explanation for this.
The Wi-Fi.
Yes, why Wi-Fi doesn't hurt you.
Because radio waves hurt you.
No, they don't.
Oh.
What would
Then
you
why-
say?
Say
How did they not?
Then why do they say don't stand in front of the microwave? Because it'll give you cancer.
Microwaves are different than radio waves.
Oh, why don't... Okay, explain.
Okay, so the main thing is to start with the basics with the electromagnetic radiation. So within...
Radiation will kill you though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So electromagnetic radiation is anything from radio waves up to visible light. Infrared is just before visible light. Ultraviolet light is a little bit beyond visible light. And then you have things like X-rays and cosmic rays. So the farther you go down, the higher frequency that you have of these waves. So radio waves have a very low frequency. So when you would look at them on a I think I can't remember the term for it. I think it's a radioscope, if I remember correctly. It basically just shows sound waves and stuff. Okay. But if you have radio waves, it will just be going like this, a very smooth up and down, a very long wave. Then by the time you get to ultraviolet light, it's incredibly quick up and down. And then when you get to cosmic waves, it almost kind of looks like an accordion that's been pushed together. So the main reason why radio waves don't hurt us is because they're much lower frequency. And
How much lower?
So the higher frequencies hurt us?
Essentially, yes.
Okay, so that's what makes the heat, because there's so much, because a microwave probably has so much bouncing up and down, right? You're saying?
No, I would say it's more of a...
What are you saying?
Microwaves are actually less than infrared or visible light. The main reason why what we call a microwave, the reason why that works is it sends microwaves to the center of the area, right? It's like a focus. It's like a focus beam.
Okay.
And then you have these microwaves that affect it. Is actually the reason why it heats up is because it actually hits the water molecules within the food and it causes them to vibrate. That friction causes heat. So that's how microwaves work. Which is why, so if you have something that's really, if you have something that's really thick.
Now I know.
Yeah.
Y'all do that. Y'all do that little weird dance when it's 3, 2, 1. You're like 3, 2,
I
1.
no.
I do that shit. I'm like waiting on the microwave. My chicken and rice.
A lot of people don't understand space when it comes to the molecular level.
No.
So between atoms, they always show, like in a solid object, right? They always show in textbooks that they're basically touching and they're just kind of gently rubbing up against each other. It's not how it is.
In space.
When you go into a solid object, it's actually a lot of space in between. And even then, in atoms, there's a ton of space between the nucleus and the electron shell.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective.
Well, when you say a ton of space, it's like relative, because obviously it's.
Well,
like,
I'm about to make it more proportional for you to understand,
okay,
right?
Cool.
So, let's just say
Dumbing it down.
So let's just say you walked into OU's football stadium, right?
Okay.
And you took a football and put it at the 50-yard line in the dead center of the field. That would be the nucleus, and the rest of the stadium would be where the electrons live.
Oh wow.
So there's
Is that 2 scale?
yeah, that's a 2-scale representation.
Oh.
Neil deGrasse Tyson actually was the one that kind of created that on. I think it was the Cosmos.
Yeah,
the
that's a
TV
good show.
Yeah, I really love
Yeah.
the
That's
Cosmos.
interesting.
If you're interested in that, you can, Cosmos is a good show.
What's dark matter, bro?
I was thinking about that. I haven't even finished the reason why it doesn't hurt us. Why radio waves don't hurt us.
Yeah, we still got a lot more.
No, I know, but you were talking about space, and I was like, what is dark matter?
Dark matters.
Well, we can answer that a little bit later.
Space poop.
So because there's so much space in these atoms and between the atoms, that radio waves just completely pass through without touching anything. When you start getting into higher levels of the electromagnetic radiation,
Okay.
then it has a more higher chance of hitting something because it has a much shorter.
So
range.
Wi-Fi
It's
is just at
so
such a low frequency that it doesn't even
yeah.
mess with us really.
Yeah.
Well,
cell
you know,
phones-
5G actually caused COVID. You know that, right?
So 5G, yeah, explain that. Is that at a higher frequency or is that like at the same as Wi-Fi?
There's actually and we can put it into the description of the video. I'll send you actually. There was this great YouTube video that was made that explained how 5G works compared to 4G and why different networks work the same.